1 year. It's been 1 year since I uploaded my first review onto YouTube, Mr. Gimmick. Since then I've had a few issues, like losing progress on the Spawn episode twice, I had a lot of shit from my job at the time, and more recently I've had to move all my stuff down to Canterbury since I started university. But I think I've pulled through, and I've definitely improved. Delivery, editing quality, capturing my own footage. It's all been quite touch and go, but hey, it's good now. I'd just like to thank you all for watching over the last year. All 105 of you at time of recording. Without you, I don't think any of this would have really been possible. I think I would have just sat there and gave up after a while, but no. You guys pushed me to keep going, and it's for the best, I think. So I thought about it, and I thought, hey, maybe I should make a review for my first anniversary. But what should I review? What to play? Oh yeah, Tombi! This is one of my favourite games ever! But, no, another time. Can't do that one. Let's see, what else? Cheggers Party Quiz. No thank you. Need something that embodies what Pause Break Reviews is all about. I've got just the thing. Ufouria!
This is just a Saga now!
This is another NES game made by Sunsoft. It came out around the same time as Mr. Gimmick in 1992, and it's an adaptation of a Japanese Famicom game called Haberike, which translates to drunk. But I don't seem as drunk about this. Much like Gimmick, the game only came out in a few territories, but at least Britain was included this time.
Yes, I didn't know you could play an NES with a cup of tea in one hand.
That's not funny at all. Starting up the game, we're introduced to our main character, Bob Louie, who's arrived in some weird place, separated from his friends, Freon Leon, Shades, and Gil. Well, that sucks. We should go find them. So we come across a few Hershey's Kisses just waddling around the road. I try jumping on them, but that doesn't work. Oh, hang on. You have to press down while jumping to kill them. It's one of those games. Don't know why they force you to do that, but it gets on me tits. Well, just walking around, I'd compare this to the Metroidvania kind of shtick. You make your way through the overworld, find items to upgrade your abilities, and use those to continue. Too bad I suck at those kinds of games. Luckily, Ufouria took a page from the Mega Man book, and unlike Metroid with its ridiculous passwords, Ufouria has coloured pegs in a 5x5 grid, so despite the fact it's going to take some effort to complete the game, you can easily pick up where you left off. It's a bit weird that you can only access the password from the items menu though, rather than straight from the game over screen like most games, and I'm pretty sure at least one person has rage quit and forgot their password. Totally not what I've done on several occasions, not me, no. But enough of that shit. We've met Freon Leon. Hey buddy, I was looking all over the place for Jesus Christ! Turns out he's lost his memory and we have to throw this thing at him until he gives up. It's kinda weird how you have a completely different HP bar for this fight, so any health pickups you grabbed were instantly moot. Bit annoying. Yeah, take that, you bitch. Now that we've got our second character, I suppose I should talk about that mechanic. You see, you can switch characters at any time, and once you get more and more, they each have their own specialties. Bob Louie's the fastest and can get an upgrade that lets him climb on walls. Freon Leon walks on ice and swims on the surface of water, but is a bit slower. Shades can jump really high and fall really slow, and his special move allows him to throw his eyes at things. And Gil can swim underwater really fast. Once you unlock him, you pretty much unlock all of the underwater tunnels that connect areas of the world, and it's really helpful. Each of the Ufouria team have their own uses, but sometimes you'll find yourself switching often, and despite the anime-esque blobbiness of the characters and the whole world of Ufouria, I guess that's where this is taking place, the graphics are all really colourful and vibrant, and some of the characters have some really funny animations. Nevertheless, after we manage to find and defeat all of our buddies, a new quest begins that allows us to find the keys to open a gate that may take our heroes home. You know what? This part kinda reminds me of VVVVVV. Or does VVVVVV remind me of this?
Mysteries of life, screaming to be solved.
The next part of the game is mostly finding a few of the abilities you haven't got yet, and dealing with the remaining mini-bosses that guard each key. All of these are cats for some reason. One has a UFO and drops clones of himself, one wears armor and doesn't even bother to fight once you've destroyed it.
What is even worth fighting for? Without my armor, I am nothing.
And one sits around in a pipe while this motherfucker just comes flying around. Jesus Christ, I never thought I would actually see this in all of my years of gaming. What the fuck? And then we've got the ending. Once you've killed all the cats, you can return to the gate and take on the final boss, this guy. So, who the heck is this exactly? I honestly have no idea. The story in Ufouria is so loose and bizarre that we never really find out who most of the bosses are and what their beef with Bot Bluey and his ragtag team of misfits is. Anyway, the final boss is quite annoying. He's got a small weak spot, and you've got a small window of opportunity and not much space to move while hitting him. But of course I prevail. I mean, what kind of reviewer would I be if I didn't? And here we go, the ending. Everyone decides to stay there now that it's safe. Seriously? This is what they went with? They dangle a carrot in front of our noses for half the game, and then snatch it out at the last second? That's like if the Yoshis in Yoshi's Island defeated Bowser and were like, hey, now this place is safe for Baby Mario, why don't we raise him? Honestly, leaves a sour taste in my mouth considering I mostly enjoyed this game. It got ridiculously difficult for no reason near the end. I mean, those jumps and freezes, Jesus Christ. But overall, it was a good ride. And with that, let's segue into our conclusion. On the whole, Euphoria's got great graphics. They're vibrant, full of character, and well animated, and hilarious at times to boot. A gorgeous soundtrack that's the standard for Sunsoft in this era, let's be honest. Has a little too few songs, but no big issue, none of them get annoying. The sound design is amazing, I mean all of the sound effects fit what they're doing and are satisfying as well. And as mentioned earlier, the gameplay is a good Metroidvania with kinda Super Mario 2 elements, but it gets ridiculously difficult for no reason at the end. With all that out of the way, would I recommend Ufouria? Yes and no. The cartridge starts at about £65 on eBay, or I guess around $100, and although the game's a decent romp, I can't really say it's worth that much. However, this game's also on the Wii Virtual Console, so if you're interested, you can buy it on that. The graphics are nice, the soundtrack's awesome, and the gameplay does some interesting things, so for 600 points, I would give it the thumbs up. If you want to see more Pause Break reviews, then click the subscribe button below, or look at one of the other videos linked here. We've even got Facebook in the description, so check that out too.